This is the Celebrity Afterlife Report podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Celebrity Afterlife Report, the only podcast on the internet that gives you the up-to-the-minute gossip about all your favorite deceased celebrities. I'm your host, the Celebrity Medium. Let's make this show happen. Libertarianism is a political movement in the U.S. which believes that market forces can cure most societal ills and that the government should be drastically reduced in size. While not the founder of libertarianism, novelist Ayn Rand might be called the patron saint of the movement. Decades after Rand transitioned to the next world, her two major works, The Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged, are still among the most popular novels in the world. According to my Afterlife sources, Rand has been active in the next world media of late, promoting a sequel to Atlas Shrugged titled The Eternal Shrug. Rand, it seems, is unsatisfied with how the afterlife is organized. In the next world, while there is no formal government of any kind, which should please her, the libertarian firebrand dislikes the fact that there is no monetary structure and everyone has their needs provided for. While her new book hasn't been released to the public yet, she has been promoting it on the talk show circuit, saying that the absence of a material economy means that people in the afterlife don't have an incentive to improve themselves. During her time on the earthly plane, she had maintained that altruism was an evil rather than something to aspire to, and death has not changed her mind, it seems. With nothing to drive them and eternity to look forward to, people here are lazy, she said on a show recently. Asked if being in the next world has changed her point of view on religion, Rand, an outspoken atheist, replied, "I have seen no God since I have been here. I see no reason to start believing in one now," unquote. The station that hosted her interview later reported a record number of calls objecting to the objectivists' radical opinions. If you've ever seen an episode of the Andy Griffith Show, you certainly remember the character Barney Fife. He was the skinny, nervous, overcompensating deputy to Griffith's sheriff. Fife was played by Don Knotts, winning 5 Emmy Awards over the show's run. His slim physique was a large part of what made Barney such a memorable character. According to my Afterlife sources, however, if you were to see Knotts today, you probably would not recognize him. Several months ago, I reported that Griffith wanted to put together a revival of his old show for Next World Television. Knotts was excited about reprising his role. However, since he transitioned to the afterlife, he has become a physical fitness nut. When Griffith saw the newly buffed up Knotts, he realized immediately his old friend was no longer suited to portray the timid deputy of Mayberry. And he eventually dropped the idea of reviving the show, feeling that no one could replace Knotts in the role. Disappointed, but understanding the reason for the decision, Knotts doubled his exercise regimen. Now my sources inform me that Knotts has been entering strongman competitions in the next world, frequently finishing in the top 3 in his weight division. He is so proud of his new appearance, I'm told, that he is often seen in public in tank tops and shorts with a beautiful blonde on his arm. Fans who recognize him are said to be amazed at his transformation, and Knotts loves hearing how much bigger and stronger he looks these days. Albert Einstein was considered by many to be the smartest man of the 20th century. He is, of course, best remembered as the creator of the formula E = equals mc squared, which states that energy can be converted into mass and which revolutionized mankind's understanding of our universe. Einstein's brilliance notwithstanding, the afterlife has no need for physicists, so he's been on the sidelines since he transitioned to the next world. Finally, after decades of tending to his small garden, according to my afterlife sources, Dr. Einstein is back in the public eye. Jack Kirby, a longtime comic book artist who co-created such superheroes as the Fantastic Four, the Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, and the original X-Men, has collaborated with the scientific genius to create a new series of graphic novels. Titled E equals Earth, the books star Einstein as a superhero version of himself who discovers how to use his famous formula to turn energy into any object he wants. He uses his awesome power to protect the planet from attack by aliens from a quantum universe bent on the destruction of the human race. Sources who have seen the first 2 of the 10-book series say that the story is amazing and the artwork beautiful. Einstein has been quoted as saying that while the storyline is obviously science fiction, he worked to keep the plot within the bounds of scientific possibility. As a child actor, Shirley Temple was one of the biggest movie stars in the world during the years of the Great Depression. She went on as an adult to be the U.S. ambassador to Ghana and Czechoslovakia at different times. In the next world, she has been leading a quiet existence, staying mostly out of the spotlight. Now, however, that seems about to change. Along with Bill Bojangles Robinson, with whom she starred in several movies, including The Little Colonel and Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm, she has announced the opening of a number of non-alcoholic bars called Shirley's Temple. Named after the no-booze drinks abstainers often order in Earth Plain restaurants, the chain will feature drinks which look like their intoxicating brethren, but have no alcohol in them. Temple and Robinson said they felt that non-drinkers should have a place where they can socialize with friends without any stigma because of not getting drunk. The first of what is planned to be a chain of several hundred booze-free bars is set to open in a few weeks. Temple and Robinson plan to be in attendance for the ribbon cutting. Okay, boys and girls, that's it for this edition of the Celebrity Afterlife Report. Please come back next week for more up-to-the-minute gossip about all your favorite deceased celebrities, and please spread the word that the report is now available worldwide on iTunes. I am the Celebrity Medium. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to the Celebrity Afterlife Report podcast. To ask a question about your favorite deceased celebrity, call 818-3-MY-DREAM. 818-3-MY-DREAM. 818-369-3732.